Hello, this is Jake. You join me today down in the carport once again. A little bit more work to be done on the 911, and I'll explain all in a second. And Hugo's there with boxes on him. I'll get these boxes in the garage later on today, because I think some bike exhaust are going in them to be posted. So I've kept those boxes. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Help me out. I've had some great subscriptions just lately. I'm guessing from the Porsche community, so thank you. There's a lot going on with this 911, and this is going to be an update on the build and everything. Also, just spin it around, the rear bumper is off the car. So yeah, rear bumper's off. Now the reason this one's off is because, I don't know if you keep up to date on my videos and that, but it was damaged. So when I bought the car, it had damage done to the bumper here, and it's one of the things that I allowed. The price had gone down on the car a bit because of this damage. There's no structural damage to the car at all. It's basically, what's happened is someone's hit something, it pushed in, cracked all the paint like a circle, and then pushed back out. So it's not that bad really. So what I done, I took the bumper off. You would have saw the video of that. I done a short little video. Took it down to my friend's place. He was just down the road from here, and he had it for about 5 hours. Got it all cleaned up, primered and everything, and there we are. So that's actually going back on the car today, only because I might have to use the car tomorrow, and I can't be driving it to Gloucester with a rear bumper off the car. So yeah, we're gonna get that one back on. I'll do that and then start filming again, and we'll talk about the build. Okay, it's a good thing I'm quite slim, because I haven't got much room to get in. I wasn't planning on taking the Porsche out, so I put them as far back as possible. And yeah, with the Classic 500, that it's very tight to get in the car, but thank God I'm slim. So I'm just letting it run for a bit. I'm gonna pull it forward and we'll get this rear bumper fits back on. Okay, so just move the 911 forward. We'll get into that in a second. I'm going to get the rear bumper attached like I said. However, I didn't bring the garage keys with me, and my toolbox is in the garage. So I have to sort that out. Let me just show you this. So there's the skirts, and there's the rear wing, the Ducktail Classic rear wing. The finlets are not down yet, and I'll talk about the finlets in a second when we get the bumper back on. But I'm just sorting the skirts out. I've never primed or got anything prepared, any bodywork for any car in my life. So the rear wing is now prepared and ready. That can get fitted to the car. You would have seen a video of us fitting the ducktail to the car, and the reason it's not on there now is because that was just make sure everything fits fine. There's no point me driving around with a giant white wing on the back of my 911 until the car goes in for its wrap, which is all booked in. So let's get this garage open. Let me put the bumper back on and we can dive into the build. Okay, just got my bumper back on, but I thought I'd show you a quick look at one or two of the bikes in the garage. My brother and my dad's into their bikes. Well, I'm into my cars. They're not really into their cars. They love their bikes. So this is my dad's new Harley Davidson. No exhaust at the moment, just doing some work to that. And then here's my brother's Triumph Rocket 3. Very nice bike. He is considering, and this might happen on the channel, that it could be wrapped. We're going to see what the car comes back like first, but he's thinking about it. He'd still keep all the chrome. It'd just be the tank, the mud guard. I think there's a few other black bits on the side, obviously the front guard as well. But he is considering it. Okay, we got the bumper back on. There you go. So now it's time. Let's talk about the build. Let me tell you what's happening. So everything is planned down now. By the 7th of August, the pickup day, this car will be completely different. You won't recognise it. It's not going to be silver. It's not going to have silver Sport Porsche wheels, hopefully. Bit more on that in a second. Rear bumper's actually being changed. I'll tell you in a second about that as well. Skirt's going to be on it. It's going to have the aero kit. It's going to have the ducktail wing, which you've already seen on the car. If you haven't, here's a picture. So there's the ducktail wing, and then of course the entire car is going to be wrapped in a colour that I announced a while back, but if you haven't gone back for my videos you won't know, and I'm not going to tell you anymore until it's done. So it's going to be wrapped, going to have carbon mirrors, carbon interiors happening, there's a few carbon bits on the way for the interior actually, but there was a 6-week wait on it, and then there's coronavirus over all that, and I ordered them quite a while back. They've not been shipped out yet, but they'll be coming. So yeah, that's all happening. We're going to have different tail lights, LED tail lights as well. So let me just tell you about this bumper. So I bought the winglets, the splats that come across here, you would have seen. But this is the Series 2, this is the facelift model. So the rear bumper is actually different, and the splats just won't fit on there. It won't look right. So fortunately, when I put it on their Facebook page, someone said, oh, I'll be selling my bumper in a few weeks, and I've got in contact with him, and yes, fingers crossed, everything will work out fine, and we'll get a Series 1 bumper that should just fit on here no problem, with the splats already fitted. The splats are a definite. I was very disappointed when I realised they won't fit on this bumper at all. There was nothing saying they wouldn't. It wasn't until I put a post up with a picture of them just taped on that for now that someone said, and I saw straight away the fitment wasn't great. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed, but hopefully I can get that bumper and they go straight on there, and the bumper's silver as well. Not that it's going to matter because the entire car's going to be wrapped. So the skirts go on now. The skirts over here, you've seen them, they're over the back there. Window tint, yes. Not, you know, I'm not going to go completely black window tint, but I will have a tint to put on it. There's one thing I'm unsure about at the moment. Having the lights painted, well, I say painted, wrapped in yellow, classic Porsche racing. The mirrors will be wrapped same colour as the car until I get my carbon ones, but I'm hoping to have them by the time this car's done, so I can get them stuck straight on there, because I've always wanted carbon mirrors. I never bought them for the Abarth because I ended up selling it for this, but yeah. So carbon mirrors. Wheels are going to be changed now. The wheels I will know by today if I got new wheels coming. So in the next video, hopefully we'll have some new wheels. They might be modified a little bit to fit on the car, but the wheels won't have to be the car wheel, I should say, but hopefully we'll get that sorted. I've left the boot open for one reason. The airbox is going. We are going to have a K&N kit in here, just to make it look cleaner. You know, I've never been a fan of this engine bay, this casing, so I want to do something now, make it a little bit nicer. Of course, when the wrap's done, the wrap's only actually coming to here, that bottom line there. So this is still going to have a silver ring around it, not a problem, but this is going to be painted as well. This will be taken off, and that's going to be the colour of the wheels. There's going to be a few little things on this car to match the wheels. The brake calipers I'm doing myself. I'll do an entire video on them. You can't really see them because they're black. Never been a fan of black calipers. So of course the obvious choice is to go red or yellow, but I'm different, so I want to go something completely different again. But I'll tell you now, the wheels are going to really suit the colour the car's being wrapped in. It will just, yeah, it will just suit it so well. Repeaters are also on the way. They're going to be tinted black. And the rear lights are slightly tinted black, but they're LED, so they won't be coming until the car's had its wrap and everything. Car is fully booked in. I'm taking it down on the 27th or 28th of July. They will have the car for 7 days. I will be heading down there between those 7 days in my classic Fiat 500 to check on progress. I said to them, can I come down, make sure, not make sure, but just, you know, I'd like to see the car's process and everything. They've talked me through everything they're doing. It's not a vinyl wrap, it's a liquid wrap, which is I'm happy with. I've seen their work. Their Facebook page is fantastic. So yeah, I'm getting it all wrapped up. It's going to look fantastic, especially with that ducktail rear wing. Also, just a quick thing on the rear wing, the ducktail. So you've got this one here. Let me spin the camera around. So when you're driving along at 70 miles per hour, as I'm sure you do with your Porsche 911. Boot lid, this comes up like that, and then you got a brake light bar just across here underneath, just because this kind of hides this brake light here. Now the ducktail wing I wanted had this brake light in, and I just was not a fan of it at all. So I had a word with Club Autosport on the phone. Richard, great help, great guy, great guys there all together, because they've done some great work for me to get the rear wing fitting perfectly, just because there was a little itch up because this is a Targa. So I've had the rear light removed, and you can still see this rear light perfectly with the ducktail on there. So yeah, it's gonna look very good. It gives the wing extra look. Also, I had a lot of comments on about well, how do you get air to the engine, cool air? 2 slots here. The fan and everything fits on the back of it as it would on a normal wing, what's already on my car. So yeah, it still suck air in and everything, that's not a problem. I had a lot of people ask me about that. So there we go, that is it. I'm off to the post office now. As you can clearly see, I've got 2 parcels here to post. But one more thing, when the car gets wrapped, the center console here is coming out and being wrapped in the same colour. And then you've got to get ashtray delete. This got to be carbon. That's all got to be carbon. Like these pads that stick on the side, they're all got to be carbon. So yeah, it's going to look good. So we're getting ashtray delete. We're getting rid of the navigation disc holder there. That's going to be a little place I can put my phone, because I have nowhere to put my phone while I was driving now. I don't use it anyway. It's all built into the car, Bluetooth and all that. So I just press the green button to answer the call. So that's going to be it for me today. That's an update on my 911 build. We've got the bumper back on just for now. As of from tomorrow, depending on weather, I might even not use it tomorrow, but if it's wet I will use it, because I have to pop into Gloucester. But after tomorrow I won't be using this car at all. We'll get it all wrapped. I'm going to put him away for a couple of days, well, until he has to go down really, unless I really have to use it. And I'll be using this one. I put £10 of fuel on my classic Fiat 500, and that'll last me about 2 weeks. I put 30 in the 911, and that'll last me about a week. So yeah, I don't always fill it right up. I do sometimes, but I usually just put 30 in that, because I don't really go anywhere unless I'm going to a car meet or anything. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you all soon with, hopefully, wheel news alloys. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye until next time.